Well, well, well. Expectations. Expectations are the robbers of joy. Expectations will have you throwing facts out the window and going by your feelings, throwing reason and common sense out the window and going by your own delusion. And there are people that are delusional about the Dallas Cowboys. They're saying things like Dak Prescott has no more excuses. He has George Pickens. Dak Prescott has no more excuses. He better get to the NFC Championship game. He has George Pickens. There are no more excuses. Dak Prescott better get to the Super Bowl. What are we saying? Do we not realize how crazy this is? That it's not the quarterback, but it's an entire team that gets to the Super Bowl, that gets to the NFC Championship game, and it's not one play, but it's the play of all those players. But not only that, we have a brand new coach, brand new head coaches, brand new scheme, rookies that may start. George Pickens' first season with the Cowboys. There are so many things, so many question marks. We don't even know what this final roster even looks like yet. But yet and still, today, people have these types of crazy expectations. Well, I think we're hyping way too many expectations on the Dallas Cowboys, as well as Brian Schottenheimer. And I'm about to tell you why historically. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel subscriber or a member yet, please do. We have a lot of great things coming in the future. Now let's talk facts. Expectations. Expectations are the robbers of joy. Expectations have robbed us of so much joy of watching this team, especially in the Dak Prescott era. We've had expectations of winning championships for so many years based upon what we did in the 90s, based on what we did in the 70s, that we put all of this pressure on the Romo era and the Dak era. When we look at the Dak and the Romo era, and they don't have and they never had the type of squads, especially that Troy Aikman had. And as we talk about these expectations, again, I don't think people understand what they're saying. This is not about Dak Prescott only. This is about a team. This is about a team that has to stop saying, we only go as far as Dak take us. Because that's not what championship teams do. Championship teams are championship teams. And we saw last year even, the best quarterback did not win the Super Bowl. The quarterback on the best team beat the best quarterback in the Super Bowl. It takes teams, and I mean it takes really, really good teams. It takes coaching. It takes the front office. Everybody has to be in sync, and there are so many things that has to happen when you're talking about winning championships, and you need a little bit of luck too. It didn't hurt that the Detroit Lions defense was decimated with injuries, and the Cowboys were decimated with injuries. And we don't even want to talk about the lame duck contract with the coaches, but there were so many things, but in particular that Detroit Lions thing. If the Detroit Lions stay healthy, I don't even know if the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. But I digress. The expectations, just because the Cowboys got George Pickens, it's ludicrous. It's crazy. Do we not understand something? Let me show us some stats that back up what I'm saying. Obviously, someone has already been having this discussion. I've already had this discussion a couple of times, but somebody did the homework for us on the Cowboys Zone, and I appreciate them, whoever did this work in the Cowboys Zone. Looks like somebody named, he's got his avatar up here as Bob Hayes. So shout out to Bob Hayes, staff member. But he makes some very interesting, or notes some very interesting facts here. That in the Super Bowl era, the modern Super Bowl era, there have only been 12 rookie head coaches in the 57-year modern Super Bowl era who have led their teams to a conference championship game. Let that sink in. 12? Only 12 coaches have done this. We don't even realize something. Jimmy came here in 1989. Jimmy didn't win a Super Bowl until 1992. And Jimmy didn't turn this team around along with Jerry Jones. And I don't think they turn it around without the Herschel Walker trade. It was a non-salary cap era. But the Herschel Walker trade is really the catalyst. It is believed that the Cowboys parlayed something like 40-something players off of the Herschel Walker trade. And when you think about the players they were able to get in some of those trades and building the line and getting some of these skill positions, it is absolutely insane. And Troy Aikman, we don't even realize we are judging Troy Aikman off of really 4 years, 92 through 96, and really 92 through 97, so 5 years. But in the grand scheme of things, outside of that window when he had those players and Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman, I'm sorry, he wasn't good. And I don't know if it necessarily he wasn't good, but he didn't have the team around him. The team matters, and the coaching matters. And the Cowboys, first-year coach and first-year coaches, we got a lot of work to do. And to be heaping these insane expectations on Dak and Brian Schottenheimer is insane. Only 12 rookie coaches have been to the NFC or been to the conference championship games. Only 5 of them have been to the Super Bowl. And of the 5 who have been to the Super Bowl, only 2 of them have won. And when you start looking at some of these things, you're like, okay, wait a minute. There's something to why these teams or why these coaches were able to make it to these conference championship games and make it to these Super Bowls. When you think about it, let's look at this. The list is here. So we got 2 winners. In 1971, Don McCafferty for the Baltimore Colts. And in 1989, George Seifert for the 49ers. Now, we have to think about why this happened in Super Bowl V and Super Bowl 24 with George Seifert and Don McCafferty. Both of these coaches had been on that team for a long time. They were promoted from within. But not only were they promoted from within, the culture was already there. The players were already there. And I'm talking super teams, especially in the case of George Seifert. When George Seifert took over for Bill Walsh, they were a juggernaut. I mean, we're talking about Steve Young, Jerry Rice, and these guys. I mean, people do not understand how good Steve Young was, and everybody know how good Jerry was. But I'm just telling us, George Seifert took over a super team. Well, of course he went to the NFC Championship game and won. Of course he went to not only one Super Bowl, but multiple Super Bowls and won. But when you think about all of these years of the Super Bowl era, the other 10, 3 of them went to Super Bowls and the others lost. Red Miller for the Broncos. He lost the Super Bowl 12 in 1977. Do we not realize that Barry Switzer is on this list? Do we not understand how Barry Switzer got to the NFC Championship game in 1994? He had a super team. They had an absolute super team. They let go of Jimmy Johnson, but the team was pretty much still intact. They got to the NFC Championship game with a super team, and they lost. Steve Mariucci, 1997. Steve Mariucci with the 49ers, lost the NFC Championship game. Do we not realize the 49ers, 97, had a good team? 2002, Bill Callahan took over the Raiders. Lost to the Buccaneers. Had a good team. Sean Payton, Saints, lost the NFC Championship game to the Bears in 2006. John Harbaugh, Ravens, lost the AFC Championship game to the Steelers. We're talking about coaches. They had great players on these teams. Good defenses, things in place. Rex Ryan with the Jets. AFC Championship game to the Colts. Jim Caldwell lost the Super Bowl in 2009 to the Saints. Jim Harbaugh, 49ers, lost to the Giants in the NFC Championship game. 2019, Matt LaFleur Packers lost to the Niners in the NFC Championship game. Do we not understand what we're saying about Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer and the Cowboys? They're just now getting this team together. New culture, new coach, new coaches, new scheme, new philosophy, new players, whether it be rookies, free agents, trades, you name it. I'm not saying the Cowboys can't go to the NFC Championship game. It won't surprise me. I'm not saying they can't get to the Super Bowl, but it's going to require a lot. And I mean the Cowboys are going to have to do a lot of things fast. But to heap these expectations on the Cowboys, on Brian Schottenheimer, even Dak Prescott, do we not understand how crazy this is? You can want something to be true, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to have your expectations so high that you say that there are no more excuses for Dak Prescott? Do you not understand historically, and I'm going to put the link to this in the description, do you not understand how unprecedented it is historically to even do something like this? It is absolutely crazy. No, don't put these kinds of expectations in your head. Don't put these expectations in your head. Don't let people brainwash you, because the moment that the Cowboys don't go to the NFC Championship game, the moment they don't win the Super Bowl, people are going to be saying some crazy stuff, same old Cowboys, same old Dak, blah, blah, blah. Again, this isn't the same old Cowboys, including Dak Prescott. I think we're about to see the best 3 years, maybe 4 years of Dak Prescott's career. And while I do, hey, anything can happen. Cowboys could get to the Super Bowl this year. They could get to the NFC Championship game. I mean, they could full well get there this year. If everything comes together by mid-season, the Cowboys are somewhere around 5-3, 6-2 by mid-season. I do believe they may really go down the stretch doing damage. And then we get towards that end and the Cowboys are kicking butt and taking names. Yeah, I can see where the expectations will be very high for the Cowboys. I mean, if you'll have a top five defense, top 5 offense, yeah, the expectations should very well be there. Let's kind of get the mid-season. I mean, I believe the Cowboys Super Bowl season is going to be not in 2025. I believe it's going to be 2026, no later than 2027. And I think we may actually see the Cowboys do 2 in 3 years. I won't be surprised if they get there in 2028 either. I mean, what they're building right now, and where I believe that Brian Schottenheimer and Jerry, the personnel they're going to get, and where Brian's scheme and his flexibility, I believe they're going to be able to take this team, along with Dak Prescott, they're going to be able to take this team to brand new heights. Coaching staff and everything, great heights. But again, yeah, let's expect to win. But let's stop saying things like, but if they don't win, Dak has no more excuses. That's crazy talk. Let's stop talking like this. It takes a team to win a Super Bowl, not just a quarterback. I don't care who it is. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm going to put this link in the description so you can have this for your own records. Again, I misspoke on my live stream. I already knew this. I'd already did the research on it, but I lost the information. And I don't know what it was I pulled up, but I think it had it confused in what I was asking about rookie coaches or first-year coaches that went to the Super Bowl in their first season. But this right here is even more informative over here on the Cowboy Zone. I really appreciate this. So again, I am going to put this down in the description so you'll have it for your own records. And then you'll see me again today live around 4:30. And I'm going to start off the show the top of the show, making the correction on what I talked about last night in the live stream. But again, I appreciate y'all. Y'all tell me what you think about this. Like, share, subscribe. DC4L. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys. We talk facts. Peace.